Hey everyone, welcome back to more Let's Play Pikmin 2, and in today's episode we're going to be taking on one of the most toughest bosses in the game. If you don't follow the... well, I guess there actually could be other techniques out there that work for this boss, but either way, following the technique that I'm planning on following today, you can make this boss actually fairly easy. So what you do is you want to have both captains with you, whether it be President or Louis that's with Olmar, and you want to get your purples. And it's also really good to have potions with you in case of emergency. But today, anyways, the boss we're going to be taking on is the Ranging Bloyster. Basically a larger, more tougher version of the Toady Bloyster that we first encountered right before coming to the shower room, fitting enough. And there's actually kind of a gimmick that makes this guy kind of more difficult than normal Toady Bloysters, because normally Toady Bloysters really don't care much about the captains or the Pikmin, but here's what happens if you approach this guy, or if you get close enough. He's going to start homing in on the closest captain, or the captain that's currently in control. So what happens is, if I switch to President suddenly while he's chasing after us, he's going to take a few seconds to switch his color from red to blue. And those few seconds are very helpful to you. You can use that. You can practically, if you use them just right, you can actually get quite a bit of damage down the sky in between, him switching. So, that means that we're going to use that to our advantage. And we're also going to use the purple potions to our advantage to get behind this guy. And we're also going to switch to the other President. So this will give us a lot of time to deal literally half the damage we need to. So purple potion and switching captains constantly is the most effective way to fight this guy. It really is. You can easily kill this guy without losing a Pikmin if you just do that. And there we go. He goes down with very little fight. And what do we get? What I thought was a sink when I first played this game. I kid you not, I thought this was a sink. Processing. How odd. The gooey creature dissolved, leaving this curious item behind. It appears to be coated in slime. Are you sure you want to collect this? Absolutely sure? You'll toss just about anything in my hold. It would be nice if you cleaned one occasionally. I'm sorry, Shippa, we have to. This is one of the 201 treasures counted in, so we kind of have to. Not only that, but it's also an upgrade, so that makes it even more worth it to collect it. And this will actually be an upgrade to your whistle, but we'll begin into that once we collect the item. But for now, we need to gather up our Pikmin, the rest of them to be exact. And yeah, we might as well create this shortcut back to base, so we don't have to take too long getting stuff back to base. But yeah, it's that boss is normally very difficult. In fact, it's normally one of the toughest bosses for me to lose Pikmin to, but using that strategy makes the boss 10 times easier. Way easier. It goes, and not only that, but a lot quicker too. So, in the long run, it's very much worth it. So, while they're bringing that back to base, we're going to open the gate up to the geyser. And, wow, this floor only took up 5 minutes of it. Well, 5 minutes, actually, yeah. That is actually still a fifth of the whole video, or fourth, depending on how long this video ends up being, but still. Anyways, let's check out what upgrade we got. It's obviously a sound speaker, as you can tell. Amplified amplifier. This shape is well suited for the emission and amplification of sound waves. A moment, please. I shall use this as the final part of my new sound equipment. The Mega Tweeter is done. And no, this is not a reference to Twitter. In fact, I don't think Twitter existed when this game came out. Captain Olmar, this device has increased the acoustic range of your whistle. Yep, that's literally all it does. It basically just increases the range of your whistle. It's literally it. So now, we can whistle like that. That is now the full range and ability of our whistle now. And there will be actually another upgrade to the whistle, actually. In fact, you get another upgrade to your whistle, like in the very last dungeon of the perplexing pool. So fitting enough, yeah, that's what we'll be getting next time we come back here. But actually, the next dungeon we'll be going to is the final one, the Valley of Repose. You know, to kind of change things up a bit. If I wanted to, I could probably make a run for the last dungeon in the Perplexing Pool now, but I don't feel like it. I'm just going to maybe attempt to spend the rest of the day collecting treasures above ground, but I don't think we have enough time for that, because I think when we went into the dungeon, there was very little time left in the day, so... But yeah, either way, shower room complete, all 14 treasures, and no Pikmin lost. I say it's a good run of the dungeon. In fact, actually, that's a pretty good run of any dungeon. It's as good as you can get, actually. Alright. So now, what are we going to do? Yeah, we're close to sunset, so it's probably not even worth it to even to go attempt any of the treasures. What I could do is actually... Yeah, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put away all the Pikmin. And actually, you know what? We don't even need to do that. Let's not waste any time. Let's just go off. Because what I want to do is I want to do a quick run of the Perplexing Pool real quick and see what treasures we're missing in the little time we have left. I don't know if I got this treasure up here, because I know there's one up here. Did I get this one? I did get it. Okay, yeah. That's the one you get with the yellow Pikmin, okay. So we got that one. I'm pretty sure we got the spatula up here. Yeah. That's not a spatula, dude. What are you thinking? Some sort of tool. I don't remember what it's called, though. I don't know a lot of things, though. Okay, so the final dungeon, there's also one last treasure behind this gate, so the advancement is behind this gate. So I know there's one treasure back there. We got the treasures right here. Is that really all that's left? I know there's also there is a buried treasure next to the shower room we could have gotten, but I didn't. But we'll be getting that on our next visit. And also, there's another treasure back there behind this wall. So I think that's all we have left. So I think there's only 3 above ground treasures left that I know of at the moment. I'm pretty sure that's all we have left. So with that being the case, we're going to, I guess, skip to sunset, even though we've only got like 7 seconds left, but still. Might as well. And hey, we get to hear the awesome end of the day music for, you know, having such a productive day. Alright. Let's take a look at today's report, shall we? Amplified amplifier. Yeah. So basically that's all of the not Perplexing Pool, but the shower room, except for the Quat Mine. Obviously that was an above ground treasure, but still. But yeah, do we really only have 3 above ground treasures left in the Perplexing Pool? I thought we had more. I guess I had too little faith in my past self over this. Some present you are. I just got back from vacation to find out you're on a treasure hunt. Well, don't bother coming home until you found every lime on your list. just no comment. No comment at all on the appearance of the president's wife, because that is the president's wife. Or it could be his mom. I don't know. That's probably his wife. Just no comment on that. Oh yeah, so yeah, we do only have 3 above ground treasures left, and I know exactly where they are. Although, unfortunately, I don't know if we'll be able to get all 3 of them in one day and get to the final dungeon, but yeah, we'll attempt for it, I guess. We've also only got 3 above ground treasures left in Valley of Repose and the last dungeon, so basically we have the exact same amount of progress to do in each dungeon. I mean, each region. And you know what? Since we still got like 10 minutes left, I think we're just gonna jump straight into the Valley of Repose and go to the final dungeon there. But for now, first things first, I want to check out our Picklepedia, see what we got. So we got the jelly floats, and the no Dweevil was new, but I guess I'd already encountered the volatile Dweevil before. Yeah, 10 creatures defeated. Yeah, there's only 1 there, so yeah, we have seen the volatile Dweevil before. Now I remember, yeah, there was one in the subterranean complex. I mean, there was a floor in the subterranean complex which had a bunch of them, so now I remember, yeah, I did encounter those before. So yeah, no Dweevil, Fiery Dweevil, Munge Dweevil. Yeah, apparently that's the name of the poisonous ones. And there's one other type of Dweevil. You can probably guess which one it is. And we'll actually be encountering that in the final dungeon of Valley of Repose. So we're not missing a lot of enemies here, as you can see. And there's only 4 boss enemies left. So basically, even though we have 5 dungeons left, there's only 4 bosses. So that should give you somewhat of a hint on one of the next 2 dungeons we'll be going to, is that one of them doesn't have a new boss. So that should probably tell you something. But at any rate, y'all, I guess we're going to, well, let's see if we completed any. Nope, we didn't. We didn't complete any treasure series, so. Alright, enough of that. Let's move on, shall we? Back to the Valley of Repose. It's been several months since I've been here, and I don't know how many episodes, but probably not a lot of episodes, but it certainly has been a few months since I've been here last. So, I think we're going to start today. First of all, we're going to focus on getting the above ground treasures that we don't have yet. The problem is I don't know which ones exactly we don't have. I know of one I'm pretty sure we don't have yet. And you know what? First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out, let's say, 25 to 30 yellows. Yeah, let's pull out 30 just to be safe. I want to make sure I have enough. And I'm also going to pull out 60 blues. This will allow us to, or 70 actually, since, yeah, might as well. Whatever. Point is we need a bunch of, whatever, take that. Just take that back to base, I don't care. And, yeah, just whatever. Do what you want, Pikmin, but we need to get along with today's task if we're going to get what we, get accomplished here what we want to. Now, thankfully, these 2 treasures I'm thinking of are pretty much right next to each other, so if I am correct, I should have no problem getting them as long as I... Skype? Oh my god, I always forget to set that do not disturb. God. But the treasure gauge is not reacting over here, so I know I got these 2 treasures. One of them that involved you fighting a burrowing snagger to get to. But over here, fairly close to Subterranean Complex. Oh jeez, these guys are back. This will not make our trip to the next treasure very fun. Oh god, oh god, oh god. Okay, alright, we're good. Should I just kill this guy? I shouldn't have to. There we go. Okay, yeah, just as I thought, there's a treasure up here, but I'm not really comfortable with bringing this back to base, knowing that there's a freaking dwarf bulborb on the way. But also, there's another treasure inside this fiery bullblax over here. Yeah, and the fact that he's guarded by water is not a good sign at all. It's not going to make our trip to the treasure very fun. So, we need to figure out a way to kill that fiery bullblax. First thing we're going to do, though, is let's focus on getting this treasure out of its perch, where we cannot get it. You're going to have to use the yellows, because it's the only Pikmin you can throw high enough to get up there. And I'm pretty sure, yeah, this treasure requires 25, so we're good to go. But unfortunately, I don't really feel comfortable with having them do that on their own. Yeah, I'm not looking. Even if I'm pretty sure the red bulborb won't be a problem, but the dwarf bulborb is the issue there, is because he might. I just have a bad feeling about that bulborb. That's all. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to leave that there for now. Now we're going to focus on these water dumplings before we focus on the fiery bullblax. Okay. I always get the names bullblax and bulborb kind of confused, because bullblax refers to the bigger ones, like the boss enemies and mainly just the bigger ones in general, but the bulborbs are just the regular ones, like the red ones, the orange ones, and the snow ones. So, yeah, I'm not... Okay, but yeah. Anyways, back to what I was saying before. There's actually a neat little trick with the fiery bullblax that most people will probably not know, at least on their first playthrough. Here's what you do. Get this guy into water. Here's what's going to happen. It will douse the flames on this guy. And then, but the thing is that the fire will instantly come back if it leaves the water. So that's how you're supposed to fight this guy. You're supposed to fight him with blue Pikmin, but first you have to lure him into the water. The problem is that the water is just far enough that he will continue to get into the animation going back to his you know, his sleeping space. So that's what might make it difficult, unless you use a blue potion. Then you can just do this. Just like that. He goes down very simple if you just do that. And hey, we get some nectar out of it, yeah. I probably should have fought the legit way, but you know, it was either gonna be that or me just using the, you know, the captains. But okay, whatever. They can take this stuff back to base if they want to. I don't care. What I am concerned about though is again, the bulb orb on the way back. But first things first, let's get. Oh shoot! Oh, don't go that way, please. Okay, thank God. I was worried they were gonna go the other way, which would have been a very big issue. So I would have thought Pikmin would be smarter than that, but thankfully they are, a little bit. That's only because this way is a little bit faster. Okay, please, are you not going to? Okay, thank God. Now we just need to worry about this guy. I'm just gonna distract him with captains, yeah, let's just do that instead. There we go. Alright, so it worked out pretty well. We got all except for one treasure, and I do believe I know which one it is now I'm thinking about it. It's actually very close to the final dungeon, so I'm kind of iffy right now if we're going to make that back to base, especially with all those enemies in the way. That's what I'm most concerned about. In fact, actually, yeah, I do have a bad feeling about that. But hopefully we're going to make it work, I hope. I'm just not sure, though. By the way, here's what would normally be the last treasure I get in the Valley of Repose. The temporal mechanism. And then... fossilized Ursidae. Yep, they thought that was a fossil, of course. Alright. So now that they've... with them finishing up getting this back to base, I will now make a hasty decision as to whether or not to go for that treasure. And I decide I will. Okay, but first things first, before we do that... how am I gonna do this? Because... okay. You're gonna want to have all 5 colors with you going into the final dungeon of the Valley of Repose. But... will 20 purples be enough to deal with the enemies that are on the way, is my concern. Because I'm not really too sure on that, to be honest. I do have a lot of faith in purples, but not to the extent that... just not to the extent that of those enemies that we'll be dealing with, but I don't know. I just don't know, man. I don't know. And if any Pikmin died, I'd hate to have to scrap this recording. Or not the recording necessarily, but the scrap this day and have to start over. That's my only concern here, I guess. So anyways, what? Oh. Whatever, I'm not even gonna try to reference that right now. I'm going to just move on with this. Even though, especially since the red Pikmin's actually got a flower in his head, not a leaf, but still. I almost made a reference there, I almost did, but you know what, it's not exactly a reference I deserve to make because it's not my place, not my LPs, man. God, I love hearing that Pikmin make that sound. I love it so much. Okay. Enough about this. Let's move on, shall we? Okay, so with our purples, henceforth, we're going to invade the enemy territory again. Okay. One enemy at a time, y'all. One enemy at a time. But unfortunately, those guys can make a big problem. These guys right here. That's what I'm talking about. They're going to make it kind of difficult to invade enemy territory, but I think it's still doable. Get this guy to commit suicide. Alright, that worked out pretty well. But unfortunately, this guy is not going to be just easy, unfortunately. The way he's positioned here with the water is kind of a problem. Oh, wait. Still might have this. Wait. Oh, God. Oh, God. That could have gone a lot worse. Wait. Do we have this? Yes, we do. Okay, alright. That went pretty well. Alright, there's still this guy now. Because what I'm trying to do here is make a clear path back to base for when they're carrying back that treasure. Okay. Man, if we manage to get this treasure back to base and make it to the dungeon with all 100 Pikmin, I would be so impressed with myself. Which doesn't happen that often, I can guarantee you that. Alright, so, the last dungeon of Valley of Repose is right up here on this ledge. And you have to actually create a bridge to get to it. But guess what? You can also see on screen right now the final treasure in the Valley of Repose. I'll show you what it is here in a moment, but if you can, try to guess what it is. It is on screen right now. Okay. Now we need to... Oh, shoot. You know what? Yeah, work on the bridge. Please work on the bridge. Okay. What's gonna happen to this pellet? Because the pellet landed on the bridge. Oh, okay. It just falls. Okay. Not as interesting as I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was gonna, like, stay in midair or something. We wouldn't be able to get it. That'd been pretty hilarious, actually, if it did. But no, that's alright. Okay, so... Still very unsure if we're going to do this, but we got 3 minutes, so maybe we can do this. Just maybe. It's kind of iffy right now. I'm going to have to... Now, I'm also going to have to do this. Because we're going up a ledge here, and this guy is the biggest problem here. But we still made up... If you use the... Yeah, if you use the red potion, this makes this a lot easier to find this guy. Sorry I had to do that. Man, I'm really terrible at this whole thing with abusing the red potions. But yes, if you didn't realize it, this is the treasure that we're going after. This crown on top of the snowman. And I just always found it hilarious the way he positioned that. It's just so perfect. Put on top of a snowman like that. Anyways, we're going to want to speed up this process of getting this back to base. I'm going to get the whites. And you know what? Whatever, fine. I'm fine with having these other guys with us. But yeah, it's very important we get this back to base as soon as possible, so we're going to use our whites. Okay. Alright, we might have this. We might. I have no idea. I'm very unsure at this point, but we might be able to pull this off. I'd be very amazed if we do, though. Okay. Alright, so while they're on their way back, we should probably get Captain Fall on them, dude. Anyways, here it is. Yet another cave discovered. Venturing to the farthest reaches proven rewarding. You may be tired of walking, but just one last leap remains. Now go get that treasure. One last leap? Don't you mean like 8 or 9 or however many sublevels this dungeon is? Because this is somewhere around that, actually. Okay, so just in case we don't make it, I'm going to have Olmar call these Pikmin. Man, that function that's in Pikmin 3 would be so awesome right now. Probably know what I'm talking about if you played that game before. If not, I'm not going to spoil it. Because it's too awesome to spoil, I should say. Don't know if we're going to do this. I don't know. I'm really unsure at this point. We'll probably make it back while the 10-second timer is going down. But as long as we make it all, I'm going to be very happy, actually. Extremely happy. Okay. So glad I chose to have whites carry this back to base, because trust me, this would be going by a lot slower if it wasn't for them. This treasure is pretty heavy. But here it is, last above ground treasure of Valley of Repose. Unspeakable wonder. Anyways, now we make a run for it. Back to the dungeon. And look at that. With that, the treasure gauge is now on 0. For a short time, as we make it back to base. And holy crap, we're already up to 25 minutes? Jeez. I didn't think I was taking that long, but then again, this is a whole day, and those do generally take about 15 minutes, so... Still, I didn't think we were that far into the video. Well, I guess it means we won't be able to take on a sub-level of the dungeon, but it looks like we made it anyways. Probably even before a 10-second countdown. Maybe. Are we? Yeah, we are, actually. Okay, so we'll make it to the near sundown part, but not the... Yeah. So we made it to the dungeon before the 10-second timer started. That's pretty cool, actually. That's very neat. Okay. So anyways, guys, here we go. The last of the Valley of Repose remains right in front of us, and it is Frontier Cavern. And considering the time of year it is, This is actually a perfect time to take on this dungeon, believe it or not. And you'll see once we see some of the treasures there. But for now, let's jump on in. And end off this episode, unfortunately. Because we are up to 25 minutes here, so we need to stop it. So anyways, y'all, next time Pikmin 2, we begin our frontier through the Frontier Cavern. See you guys then. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.